Hello everybody, welcome back to Be10x. I'm Narendra and today we have an exciting topic lined up for you. We are diving into the world of advanced Excel functions. And guess what? We are bringing in the power of AI with Chat GPT to make this learning experience even more interesting. Before we jump in, I've got something special for you. Be10x is hosting an exclusive workshop on Microsoft Office using AI tools. The link is in the description and we'll talk more about it in the later part of the video.
If you are someone using Excel in your day-to-day job, let me tell you something, you are going to be replaced unless you are integrating AI in your Excel. If you integrate AI in your Excel workflow, let me tell you something, you are going to be 10x more productive and you will be getting that promotion that you deserve. If you want to learn all this, join me for my 2 hours workshop on Excel using AI.
Now let's get into the heart of today's discussion. Advanced Excel functions like VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index match, and many more. These functions might sound complex, but with a little help from ChatGPT, will simplify them for you. So, let's get into the video. What we are going to do is, first of all, we are going to open ChatGPT. First of all, let's greet the assistant. Now, I would like to ask ChatGPT that, can ChatGPT teach me advanced Excel functions? Here you can see we are having total 10 advanced Excel functions. Now we'll ask ChatGPT for top 5 Excel functions and then we'll perform them on our Excel. So we have VLOOKUP, then index and match. After that we are having Sumif, then we are having pivot tables. At the last we are having Power Query. So we'll learn VLOOKUP first. We'll ask ChatGPT that, can you explain VLOOKUP with the data and an example. So here are the steps which we need to follow. First of all, we are having data. Let's copy the data to our Excel. So here's the data. As you can see, I've just copied it. Let's say you have a data set that contains information about products and their prices. You want to look up the price of a specific product based on its name. So here are the step-by-step example using VLOOKUP function. Let's say you want to find the price of the product orange. Got it? So orange, we are having price 1.20. So these are the steps which we need to follow. So let's understand the VLOOKUP syntax. So first of all, we'll see lookup value, the value which we want to search for. In this case, the product name orange. Then table array, the range of cells containing the data. Then call underscore index underscore num. Then the column number in the table from which to retrieve the value. In this case, the price column is in second column. So this is 2. As you can see, this is in second column, right? Then range lookup, true for an approximate match or false for an exact match. In most cases you want an exact match, so use false. So this is a formula. So we'll do one thing, we are going to just copy this thing. So I've just selected the entire data here. So we got price of product orange, that is 1.2. That's correct. Yeah. Now let's learn index and match. We'll ask ChatGPT that can you explain index and match with a data and example. So we got the output here. As you can see, the index and match functions are often used together to perform more flexible lookups than VLOOKUP. Let's use a similar example with a data set of products and their prices. So we are having same data set. So here is a scenario. You want to find the price of a product grape using index and match. So here are the steps which we need to follow. Let's understand the index and match syntax. So index of, here you can see array, then row number, then column number, returns the value of a cell in a specified row at a column of a range. Then match, lookup value, lookup array, match type, searches for a value in a range and returns the relative position of that item. So here is a formula which we are going to write. Let's copy this thing. Before that, we'll do one thing. So what we'll do here, we'll paste the data. So as you can see, we are having product name, then price, both the columns. Now let's copy the formula. So here we want to find the price of the product grape. Okay, price of the product grape is 2, as you can see. Now let's see third function, sumifs, right? We'll ask ChatGPT, can you explain sumifs with a data and example. As you can see, we got this output. The sumifs function allows you to sum values based on multiple criteria. Let's use an example with the data set from sales transactions to demonstrate how to use sumifs. So here is a example data we are having. We're just going to copy this thing and we're going to paste it in Excel. I'm just going to format this thing as a table. Okay. So the scenario is you want to calculate the total sales of product apple. So let's do this thing. First of all, let's understand the sumifs syntax. Sumifs, sum range, criteria range 1, criteria 1, then criteria range 2, then criteria 2, like that. Adds all the numbers in a range that met multiple criteria. So here is the formula. Okay, we are going to copy this thing and we are going to paste it here. So let's understand this thing. Here sum range, so the sum range is C2 to C7, right? Then here is a criteria range 1 and then criteria 1. So here you can see the criteria range 1 is the products from B2 to B7. Then criteria, that is apple. So we want to find the total sales of the product Apple. So let's enter this thing. The total sales of the product Apple are 180. I hope you got this thing. Before we learn our next advanced Excel function, let's talk about the bigger picture. AI is reshaping the job market, and we have seen the impact it has had on various industries. The key here is not to be replaced by AI, but to be the person who uses AI to their advantage. And speaking of using AI to your advantage, Be10x has got you covered. We are hosting a workshop on Microsoft Office using AI tools. In this workshop, you will learn about the best AI tools to upskill, increase your productivity, and future-proof your career. Don't be a victim of recession wave. Make your future secure with us. Click the link in the description to join our exclusive workshop. Now let's see fourth advanced function. So that is pivot tables. So let's ask ChatGPT to explain pivot table with the data and example. As you can see, we got the output. Pivot tables are a powerful feature in Excel that allows you to summarize, analyze, and present data in more interactive and dynamic way. Let's use an example dataset to illustrate how to create a pivot table. So we are going to use the same dataset which we used before. So which has a date, product, and sales. So here are the steps. First, we have to select our data, right? So let's create this thing in new sheet. I'm going to copy the data and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, now step 1, we have to highlight the entire data set including the column headers. After that, we have to go to the insert tab in the Excel ribbon, then click on pivot table. Let's do this thing first. Let's select entire data set, then we have to go to insert tab on ribbon, then we have to click on pivot table. Okay, then we have to configure the pivot table. In the create pivot table dialog box, make sure the table range field includes the range of your data. Choose where you want to place the pivot table, either in a new worksheet or an existing one. Okay, design your pivot table. So we'll do this thing after completing third step. Okay, so here we got our data selected here. So we want to do this thing in new worksheet. Okay, then click on OK. As you can see, we got this pivot table fields here. Now we would like to design our pivot table. Drag the product field into the rows area. This will create a list of unique products. Okay, as you can see, we are having 3 products: apple, banana, and orange. Then drag the sales field to the values area. This will create a sum of sales for each product. As you can see, we have a total sales of worth 180 for apple, then for banana 350, and for orange we are having 300. So total sales, sum of the sales is 830. So this is the pivot table. you can work on much bigger data. So for example, we worked on this thing. So we can also customize our pivot table. So now let's see the last advanced Excel function for this video. That is Power Query Get and Transform. Let's ask Chat GPT to explain Power Query with a data and example. As you can see the output, Power Query Get and Transform in Excel is a powerful tool that allows you to connect to, transform and load data from various sources in Excel. It provides a visual interface of data transformation and cleaning. Let's go through a simple example using Power Query. Okay, suppose you have a data set with sales information in CSV file. The CSV file contains columns like date, product and sales. Okay, let's create a CSV file then. Okay, no issues. What we'll do, so we'll use this, okay, this table, because here we are having date, product, then sales, right? Okay, for that what we have to do is we have to open a new Excel file. Okay, then just paste the data here. Okay, now we are going to save this Excel file as a CSV file. Okay, just click on save as. Here I'm going to name it as sales underscore dataset. Okay, then here file format should be comma separated one, CSV. Okay, then click on save. Now we are going to work on new worksheet. Okay, let's follow the next steps. Okay, we have to go to data tab, then we have to click on get data and from CSV. Okay, this is the first step. Let's do this thing. Now we are going to import the CSV file. From data tab, click on get data, then click on text/CSV. So I'm going to get the data, then click on next. Now we'll follow the steps, then select your CSV file and click import. Okay, we have to click on transform data. Okay, not on load. So in transform data, what we are going to do is we are going to remove unnecessary columns, and we are going to filter data, rename columns, and we can also change data types. Okay, we can do all these things. Let's perform some of these tasks. So first of all, remove unnecessary columns. Okay, so let's remove date column. Okay, for that right click on the column header and select remove. So here simply we have to click on remove column. Okay, now we have removed date column. Then we can filter the data by clicking on filter icon next to column header. So here I just want apple and banana. Okay, apple banana, as you can see. Then if I want to rename column names, I can do that by right click on column header and by selecting rename. Let's do that thing. So I want to change the header name of sales. Here have to click on rename. I'm going to give it product sales, okay, as a header name. And the last one is we can also change the data types. Click on the data types icon next to column header and select desired data type. Okay, so for us that option is little bit different. So here to change the data type, it is suggesting us to click on data type icon next to column header. Okay, so for that option we have to right click here. Then we are having option like change type. Okay, here I want to select a currency one. Okay, now we have to apply this thing, right? Then for that to save this thing and load, we have to click on close and apply to load the clean data set into Excel. Okay, as you can see, we got the cleaned data set. As this one is the last advanced Excel function in this tutorial, we are going to wrap up this tutorial. Make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, share this video with your colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe for more informative content. If you are serious about staying ahead in your career, check out the workshop link in the description. We'll see you there. Thank you.